Alright, we're going to go with these John Deere ESP reels. This is a section out of the tech manual that you'll find. It tells you all the different things that you can do on the reel and page numbers. It goes through and has all identification of the reel. Go through and tell you reel to bed knife relationship, how to grind the reel and bed knife. It has different performance variables, the number of reel blades, your reel RPM and ground speed of your machine. It shows you how to assemble the rollers and reels, doing the bearings and seals, bed knife installation, back lap, anything you want to do on the reel. We're going to do reel to bed knife adjustment and height of cut. And on these, to do reel to bed knife, the reel moves to the bed knife stationary, it doesn't move. Compared to Toro, the Toro reel bed knife moves to the reel. So to adjust that, there's a I don't know what you call it, just a big nut and a little nut on it. Tighten one, you loosen the other. Whichever one you do, it's going to depend on whether or not it brings the reel up or down to the bed knife. And when you're doing this, you want to rotate the reel backwards. If you go, see how right there it hits? If you go backwards and do that, it's going to damage your cutting edge on both the reel and the bed knife, so you're not going to get a very good cut. And also your effective height of cut will be different when you set it like in the air or on a bench. Same idea, but if you set it here compared to what you actually cut, it will be different heights maybe, depending on your rollers and depending on your ground, how wet it is, different kind of grasses, it'll sink in farther, cut it shorter possibly. And then for the height of cut, on these, they're adjustable from 3/8 of an inch up to 3.5 inches. And to determine that, there's two different holes on this bracket, which it shows on your book here. For A will be from 3/8 up to 1 5/8, and then B is for 1.5 inches up to 3.5 inches. And this one is set in A, and we're at 5/8, just under 5/8 of an inch right now, so at 600 thousandths of an inch. And behind here, there's little teeth in here, and if you loosen these on each side, you can pull the bracket out far enough to go down a notch, and each notch is 1/8 of an inch. And if you want to change an 1/8 of an inch, you do both your front and back rollers, and you move each one a notch, or if you want to go 1/2 inch, you move it however many notches that is. If you want to go 1/16 of an inch, which is 1/2 you move the back roller only, you move it one notch, and then that'll change your angle enough for a 1/16 inch of a change. So that's what we're going to do now, is we're going to adjust the reel to bed knife and we'll adjust height of cut. So first, to do reel to bed knife, we'll use a piece of paper. A lot of guys use 2/1000ths of an inch field gauge. Paper is 3/1000ths. We'll just use that. It's close enough for this. So take it and you'll put it in parallel to the bed knife, and it slides through on this side. Slides through there. Doesn't slide through there. So we'll take and we want the reel to go up away from the bed knife, so we want to turn the top one clockwise if you look down at it. When you do this, you want to loosen one, tighten the other. So you loosen one on the bottom, tighten the one on the top, until you get to where you want to be. And that would be pretty good right there, just a little bit of drag on it. You'd want it the same on both sides. So they were pretty good, and it should cut paper. These probably won't, but. So if they're sharp, they'd cut paper. These probably need to be adjusted so there's a little bit of contact. They were backlapped, but not very well. So we either need to backlap again, or we'll take them off and grind them on the reel grinder, spin grind it, be sharp again, start all over, and they should cut really good. And for setting your height of cut, you'll loosen these far enough that you can get the bracket off from the notches. It'll slide. like that. So as you can see, there's notches in here. That's the 1/8 of an inch we're talking about. Each notch will be moving 1/8 of an inch. If you look at the top of here, there's a little notch on the bracket itself that will catch in there. And that's what you're going by, is where that top notch is on the bracket inside of here. So at the top it's at 5/8. If you want to go to 7/8, move it down 2 notches. You got 7/8 of an inch. Whatever you want to move to, that's how you determine how many notches you'll move.